former Nazi concentration camp at Dachau, war crimes trials were held from late 1945 to 1947. At Dachau, over 70 SS stormtroopers and their commanders were found guilty of murdering more than 80 American prisoners at Malmedy.
Sorry, just adjusting, realize it was
The
offset.
victims of the Malmedy massacre were all white. In stark contrast, the SS men who brutally tortured and murdered the 333rd's black soldiers were never brought to justice. The U.S. authorities' official reason for not prosecuting the murderers of the 11 men found killed in Wereth was a lack of evidence identifying the SS individuals responsible. Some believe the real reason the U.S. failed to prosecute was racism, but others are prepared to accept it was mainly due to Cold War politics.
All right, just so there's something thrown off, any algorithm might be running amok on YouTube. Video highlights, courtesy to
Well,
Smithsonian.
in 1948, the Army did do a review of all the war crimes, and the War of 11 case was dismissed primarily because at that point, the U.S. Army officials were concerned about Russia, and they were looking to utilize Germans to help in the new war, the new Cold Front against the Russians. And so it was pretty much written off. Basically, they said, hey, we don't want to worry about that now. That was yesterday's war. And so the War of 11 disappeared at that point in 1948. It was just forgotten.
Although U.S. military authorities failed to ensure justice for the Wereth 11, the Langer family who bravely helped them has raised a monument in their memory. It's placed in the field where the 11 men were killed, so that their sacrifice should never be forgotten. This is the memorial to all U.S. soldiers killed in the Battle of the Bulge, located just outside of Bastogne, because of the crucial battle that took place here.
Hey, quiet on the set.
And at least in recognition of the 333rd's important role during the famous siege, the unit was officially honored by the United States.
The 333rd was instrumental in the defense of Bastogne. When they combined with the 969 Battalion, they were awarded the Presidential Citation Award for extraordinary bravery and heroism in fighting the enemy. And that led to President Truman in 1948 ultimately having the confidence to desegregate the U.S. Armed Forces. So the 333rd played a crucial role in not only winning the war, but also helping the social fabric of the United States moving forward.
33rd Field Artillery Battalion's gun batteries offers an important reminder. Among the nearly 20,000 U.S. soldiers of all races, colors, and creeds who lost their lives fighting the Nazis
Can't argue
in the
with
Battle
that,
of the Bulge,
Damn dogs.
were many all too often forgotten.
The hollow grounds where the 333rd fought is very important. It's important for me personally, but I think it's important for generations of American and European citizens. Democracy hung in the balance in December of 1944. If not for soldiers like the 333rd, we wouldn't be looking at the freedoms that we have today.